Exiles, this is Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and I just put out my League Starter Guide yesterday, and of course I was greeted with the fact that Spellslinger is being nerfed. Now, the way it's being nerfed, at first when I read it, I didn't think it would affect it a lot, but there is actually one line that I kind of overlooked that is going to affect it a little bit more. But I do have great solutions that I'm going to give now, so this video should be pinned in the comment section of my previous video. I'll add it to the description as well, so hopefully it will automatically bring you to it, and I'll also put a little link in there. But anyway, triggering spells with Spellslinger was faster and more convenient than other methods of casting spells while leveling. It now has a longer cooldown, but with more cooldown recovery as it levels, making it more rewarding to reach higher gem levels. And the skill now has a starts with a reservation override of 30%, scaling down from 25% at level 20. Now what I forgot is that it used to have a reservation override of 20%. So actually going from 20% to 30% is a big deal. The cooldown recovery is not going to make a big difference. You're usually gated more by the cooldown recovery of Vortex more than you are of Spellslinger, but this mono reservation override increasing by 50% is actually a big deal. Now granted, in the build when you're using 2, 3, and 4 links early on, you usually are left with a decent amount of mana. But as you start getting a 5 link and a 6 link for your Vortex, you're not going to have mana to do it, you're not going to be able to do it, and you're going to have to find other solutions. I have some other solutions. First of all, you can actually, so Creeping Frost with Bone Chill is used to mostly trigger the Bone Chill to get the extra damage. It's not used for damage. When you're doing like 250,000 dot DPS with your Vortex or so, you're only doing like 22,000. It's very little. It's not even 10% bonus damage at all. So yeah, it's pretty negligible as far as added damage. You're just using it to get the Bone Chill. So you don't need to trigger it that frequently. You just want it against single target to get that bonus damage with Bone Chill, which is like tripling your dot DPS once Bone Chill is applied. So what you do is you get your trigger wand from your betrayal. You just simply unlock that, unveil, and you get it so that your wand has the craft where it will trigger the socketed skills whenever you use a skill, and you put your Creeping Frost Bone Chill in there. And you can even put another damage link that way since you don't have to use Spellslinger. Same thing with this next one. You use Poet's Pen to trigger Frostbolt. If you do that, it's going to actually trigger even more frequently because Poet's Pen has a lower cooldown than Spellslinger ever had. And once you have that all set up, you can also use 3 damage links in your Frostbolt, which is pretty nice once you have both of your threshold jewels. So that's actually really big. And finally, you can always just get Charisma in the early game. It kind of passes you by the life and evasion. I'm going to pull up here. So you would normally the skill tree stops here, and we could either go down this way and grab Charisma, which gives a grand total of 12% reduced mana reserved, which would be fairly substantial. Or since we also pat down here, I may as well just I don't know why I don't just export the actual build here, but let's see, super secret build. Okay, so what we would do is we probably won't have cluster jewels early on anyway, so this is very, very easy to apply. We either go down here, path through there, and voila, or we swing over this way and path down here, and that also puts us right next to all these evasion life nodes, which can increase our EHP and our evasion, which is very important to the build as well. And this isn't that many points to get here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 travel nodes, and then you get your charisma. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it goes through a life node and an attack speed that gives you some dex as well. So yeah, we do, but of course you have to travel 1 more node to get to the life. So you can go either one of those ways. They're both perfectly viable, and all you have to do is you just don't get the cluster jewels early on, which saves you a lot of points, because this is like something you're going to be able to get to at level 70 is the state of the tree this way. and you would probably prioritize that over certain other things, like maybe if you don't need the cold resist, you would prioritize it over Frostwalker. You might even prioritize it over this travel stuff down here, like for instance if you want to go this way, because you're going to get the dex. The main reason you go down here anyway is because it does have that chill effect, which you do want to get eventually, but also because you path through a little bit of extra life. This puts you by more life anyway and gets you the dex, so it kind of serves the same purpose. So those are pretty much my solutions. This is just going to be that short video, but I wanted to tell you guys that I had a solution for this, and it's still going to be a very powerful and very viable league starter. So hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye.